Hello everybody, I am Scott Stanton, the original Tombstone tourist, and we are in Richmond, Virginia at historic Hollywood Cemetery again. Now, in doing research for this story, I found out that this very cemetery has a serious vampire problem. So I brought along, once again, my friend, Bob Olson, tour extraordinaire and noted vampire hunter. Bob, my question is, how did this cemetery get such a noted vampire problem?
Well, back in the 70s, there was a story written about the collapse of a tunnel over in Church Hill. And in that story, there was supposedly a vampire that came out of the tunnel. And he supposedly disappeared into this vault.
So there you go. That's proof positive. There is an actual vampire. It's not an urban legend. I'm Scott Stan, the original Tombstone tourist.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, there's more. So there's more to this story.
There's three problems with the story.
Okay, I'm listening.
First of all, right now, under Church Hill, there's an entire train. 2 people are still on the train. The story is that when the tunnel was collapsing, this beast came running out with fire in his eyes and blood dripping from his teeth. And then he disappeared into this mausoleum. But it's 2.2 miles from the tunnel to here. Nobody saw the vampire. Number 2, it's daylight. What happens to a vampire in daylight? Poof.
Okay, I'll give you
gone.
that one. I'll give you that one.
And number 3, the guy that really came running out of the tunnel, Barry Mosby, he was the fireman. The boiler had exploded, shredding his skin, and vampires don't have death certificates.
Okay, but Bob, there's no death date here. The 1913 date is not when he died, correct?
No, that's when his wife died.
Okay, so Mr. Poole is alive for all eternity. That's the very definition of a vampire.
No, Poole is just a regular guy.
He was just a regular Joe.
Regular Joe. We think that in the story they picked this mausoleum because the WW looks like fangs. It's got this Egyptian influence in the design.
Okay.
But
So,
this gate is open, but the inner gate and the door beyond it are welded shut
okay.
because people keep trying to break in there to find the vampire.
So it sounds like we're probably at a probably there's a vampire.
Yeah.
Not definitive.
Not definitive,
But
but
we can't prove there isn't a vampire.
everything says
Let-
there is no vampire.
So let's keep the urban legend going.
That's right.
Okay. But thank you, Mr. Poole. You're now going to be known not as a regular Joe, but as the guy who holds the vampire in his mausoleum. Until then, this is another great story from Hollywood Cemetery with my friend Bob. Now, if you want to take a tour with Bob, and by the way, we're in Section D here, and as you cross the bridge here, you make a left and you drive maybe 100 feet, and this is one of the premier mausoleums right close to the entryway. You can see it for yourself, but if you want to take a tour with Bob, just call Hollywood Cemetery, ask for Bob Olson, and he does tours 365 days a year.
365 days a year.
Until then, I am Scott Stan, the original Tombstone tourist, and if you want more information, including articles and interviews and discussions about the great train tunnel collapse, and all the calamity that happened, that part is actually absolutely true. Come to my website, thetombstonetourist.com. Until then, I'm Scott Stanton with Bob, and we'll see you the next time.